right, y'all. So today, I'm pretty much just gonna talk about these funk riffs on James Brown Get Up. And that's it. It's really just a couple, but this is a good lesson on feel. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely like, as far as guitar, funk guitar, it teaches you feel on guitar for sure. For sure. So, yeah, so I won't be sharing no charts. I had another lesson prepared actually on a different topic. So, but let's do it. Oops. All right. Okay. All right, guys. What's up, man? What's up? Hope y'all had a pretty good day. So, I'm going to be talking about just some James Brown Get Up. I mean, that's the song that I'm going to be referencing. And yeah, that's it. I'm not going to be showing no charts because I had charts prepared for a different type of lesson. So that's pretty much what I'm going to get on. I don't even know what key this song is in, to be honest with you. I know what notes they're playing, but I don't know what key it's in. So let me make sure I'm not too loud. All right, hope I'm not too loud. All right, so anyway, right now we're gonna be referencing like the 6th fret. We'll be hanging around the 6th fret quite a bit. Okay, so that's pretty much where we'll be. If you got a guitar on you and you want to figure out how to play this, hey, you can come on and you can learn how to play this part. And the guitar is really doing one thing the whole time. And to be honest with you, the guitar player is really only playing the B and E string the whole song. The B and E string, that's it. Okay, off the 6th fret. And I'll show some other stuff that kind of adds a little bit of, not color, but just a couple of little extra riffs or whatever. So I created a drum track that's kind of generic, but it does, like, it gets the point across. So, but here are the notes though. So the notes are pretty much from the 6th fret. Just imagine you're playing something like it's sort of like an E flat. And so I don't know if they're playing like an E9, but they're not playing the full chord. So the 6th fret on the A string is again what I'm referencing. So you're not doing anything on the low E string. So you can just count that out. All right. You can mute that if you want to. But on the high E string as well as the B string, this is the first 2 strings. You're pretty much, index finger. You got your index finger on that. And you're going to hammer on at the 8th fret on the E string. And that note, so these notes are here on the B and E string. That's on the 6th fret on the B and E string. And then, but that's only on the E, on the high E string only. Okay. Now, rhythmically, because these are the only notes. Those are the only notes that's being played. You just got to snap it. That's the only thing that's being played. Okay. Now, if you want to get fancy, you know, you can do it some other stuff. You know, you can do some stuff up there that way, but that's pretty much it. So, in context, here is how it sounds. So, here's a reference track. And here's how it sounds in context. That's in context how you play the song. I don't have a whole lot to say about this particular song, but that's pretty much all that happens is that. So this song is big on technique, it's big on pocket and feel. All right, so just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna play the drum track again, and we're gonna be able to hear the actual feel of the song. Okay. So James Brown is like doing his get up thing. Get up, get on up, get on up, get up, get on up. You know, he's doing his in the midst of it. So get up, get on up, get up, get on up, stay on the scene, get on. He's doing that. It's feel. Get on up, get up, get on, stay on the scene, get on up, get on up. That one thing is something that I'm adding. It's not anything that's in the song. But yeah, that's the feel of the song. In fact, when you're if someone is doing something like this song, if they're playing something like it, you actually got to kind of hang behind a little bit. You got to be on beat, but kind of actually a little bit behind to really achieve the feel. Okay, so yeah, that's. Let me see. All right, so I kind of want to show a couple of little things, but anyway, I showed you all the first like, you know, little riff, and yeah, so I'm gonna sort of embellish upon that stuff that you don't really hear in the song, but it's stuff that I would do. All right, so basically what I'm doing is I'm using that 6th fret as a reference on the B and E string, and it's only right to me, feel wise, that, you know, I hear this too. Something like that, right? And so that's pretty much what I'm like doing right now, right? But you could also do that like in the lower octave. You can do it that way. All right, so that's like another thing that you can actually look at. Okay, so like another part that is actually, that some people don't actually notice is other rhythmic elements, all right, like rhythmic elements, and you're not really thinking notes. Don't think notes at this point. Sometimes you can play the wrong note, but the rhythm is right and it actually works. It actually works. So let's say I were to play this chord, the same chord or riff that I was telling you about. But if you open your hand and play and don't fret anything, but just make sure that your rhythm is right. I mean, sometimes it works, all right? But it has to be in context and it got to be with the right feel. Let me get that right. Get up, get on up. So yeah, that's the feel. Now, what I'm about to do is actually what up, y'all? I ain't even checked to see if y'all commented. Some of y'all be tapping in. I see what y'all doing on TikTok. Okay. I might, if I have time, I might bring that chic up. I just might do it. I haven't practiced it, just to warn you, but Nile Rodgers, one of the best. One of the best. Yeah, I'll probably have to prepare for that one. But yeah, that's another song that I actually referenced, to be honest with you. So now, on the same exact vibe, the song does go to a bridge, but you know, it kind of has, the bridge has a very similar feel, but the notes are different. Okay. So when he goes to the bridge, you go from that 6th fret up to the 11th fret. Okay. So you go to the 11th fret and you do the same type of riff. You do the same riff, but there's just a little bit of a difference. Okay. So when he says, all right, you ready for the bridge? And all that stuff. So it sounds like this. All right, bridge. Okay. Clearly something is wrong. Oh, you know what? I think I copied and pasted it wrong. Let me fix this real quick, y'all. Because this is supposed to be different. Like I'm supposed to be looking like I know what I'm talking about. All right, let's go here. Here we go. No, not here. We're going to go right here, copy and paste. All right. So let's do it right there. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna start over. Let's start at this spot. Let's go. Up. And it's pretty much, it's the same type of note, strike thing, but it's just a little extra fills again. But that's the whole song. That's literally the whole song. And it's something that you have to do feel wise. It's total feel. And you could totally get it wrong. Now, what you do not do is this. In this song, there is no straight notes like that. Is not even allowed. Like if James Brown was still alive and you were in his band and you did that, you would probably get fired. So what you would not do is I'm trying to do it. The beat won't let me do it. I'm trying to make it not funky, and it won't let me do it. So anyway, funk a lot of times is like, it has like this swung feel. It sounds like it's swung basically. So instead of it's like, so none of this. Dun, 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 okay, yes, this. Dun, 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 dun. So it's like, so think 16th notes, maybe even 30-second notes. So if it's da ga da ga da ga da ga da ga da, none of that. No, da 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 da, no. That does not work. It has to be. So it has to be swung, basically, is what I'm saying. So none of this. It has to be. Notice. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to do it and I can't even do it. But the point is, you have to swing these notes. It has to be like, not, or not. It should not happen like that. It should be, you know what I'm saying? So it should be like that, basically. All right, so that's pretty much it. But let me see. Man, YouTube, what's up, man? Y'all just watching? Is that what y'all doing? Y'all ain't chiming in. You might not have no questions, but you can say what's up. Y'all can say hello. Hi, thumbs up or something. You know what I'm saying? So let me see something real quick. For some of you who are just coming on, like, did y'all have any questions about the James Brown joint? Because I feel like some of you did not see the Get Up one. You didn't see that part. You didn't see that. All right, I ain't getting no questions, so I was about to say. That was actually Chic. That's the song. That's the Freak Out song. Freak out. Left freak. Chic. Freak out. Ding 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 ding. Yeah, that's like I can show you the okay, not this one, but let me go back. Here's the actual album. So this was Chic. Sorry, y'all. There's the album cover. You got Nile Rodgers, and here's the actual video. And so y'all on the replay, I'm gonna cut this part out because this is where sometimes I'm a little reluctant, like sharing YouTube videos because I get copyright strikes. So I just got to go back and take it out. Anyway, here is the video, how it looks. And see, I can see now Roger's hands is in the same place where my hands is. But what I can say, because he wrote that lick. I think he wrote the song. And let me switch back. Yeah, he wrote that lick. And so his chops, the way he chopped it, I could work on that, you know. So that might take an hour or something like that to kind of work on it. But yeah, that's who that was, Tula. Anybody else on YouTube got any questions? And Tula, thank you for, you know, just engaging in the comments. That helps me to not feel like I'm by myself. So gives me more of an incentive to show up. All right. So, you know, I know some of you clicked on the video for the James Brown joint. Do you have any questions about the James Brown Get Up on YouTube? On TikTok, I know y'all just be in the room, which I appreciate that. So yeah, feel free to ask questions. I might just go back and just play it. But yeah, so Get Up, that song Get Up, you know, get on up, get up, get on up. That joint is actually highly referenced when it comes to funk. All right, highly referenced. And the track that I have is a very generic track, but it's definitely something that could be, like I said, used for that. And like I said, I was on the 5th fret, all right? And I was really only playing like the high E and B string. So that was just these two notes. But it's just the rhythm. The rhythm has to be right, to be honest with you. If the rhythm is not right, this song will not feel right, period. I don't care who you are. It will not feel right. So let me play it real quick. It's a very generic track. All right. In fact, to me, the bass line is not even swung like it need to be. So let me swing that a little bit more. Let me swing that a little bit more. All right. So anyway, it's MIDI, but here's the idea. And with this song, it's sort of the same idea as Left Freak, Sashik. You gotta chop it. It's a feeling. You might have the right notes, but if you're not chopping them notes right, you're not playing the song. That's just it. But the notes are fairly easy though, because Le Freak was like this. Here are the other notes. So when he played it, let me play that right. So he just did that faster. Every now and then I heard him go. You know what I'm saying? And he, I did some other stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. All right. Let me see. Funky Good Time. Well, to be honest with you, this is for Main Way. Funky Good Time. A lot of James Brown's stuff, like at least from that era, because James Brown actually did a lot of jazz as well. He didn't just do funk. He did a lot of jazz. It just had that feel. So yeah, Get Up was not the only song that had that feel. Funky Good Time definitely had that feel as well. And that's just what it was about. It wasn't about, all these musical intricacies. It was about pocket one. You know what I'm saying? It was just going back to the one. The emphasis was going back to the one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And your timing just had to be on point. And I think James Brown was probably the first person that I know of who would find the musicians every time they got a rhythm wrong, not just a note. They got the rhythm wrong. So say for me, if I'm doing this right, and let's say I do something like $500 fine. And that's actually where Prince got it from. Prince fined his band, or whoever was in his band, for getting something wrong in rehearsal. Oh, no. I don't think in rehearsal, but in a performance. If the performance was like, if something was off in the performance, he didn't trip. He just threw his hand up, and that holding that five up meant $500 taken away from your check. So I guess now we wonder why the band was so tight. That's probably one of the reasons why. But James Brown, Prince got that from James Brown though. Because James Brown was so big on that pocket being right. Like we not doing all the fills. Like a lot of the drum players who do all the fills, none of that. Boom. That's all he wanted. That was it. And if you went off doing some other stuff, $500 fine. That goes to show how important. This is to Belly of the Beast. Interesting name. I ain't mad at it. But and Prince did it better. That's subjective. Very subjective. I ain't gonna say it was either one, but very, very subjective. Prince did it better. That's like the argument between LeBron and Michael Jordan. It's like, yeah, LeBron has more in terms of points, but if you have somebody if you standing on somebody's shoulders, If you ain't have those shoulders to stand on. So again, subjective. And I'm not here to say who was better or whatever. Both of them funky. I don't care who was better. I like both of them. That's how my mind thinks. I just like both of them. You know. I think my next question would be for someone who might say that. Have you listened to all of James Brown's music? Have you heard all of Prince's music? Have you heard it? Have you? Or have you just heard a lot of the mainstream stuff? Have you heard only like 15 of his In the Vault records only? Only? James Brown tried to diss Prince. I ain't see that. I didn't see that. Kobe had unmatched work. Well, you know, I can't see. I didn't know Kobe, but Kobe's practice routine was crazy. Period. So yeah, let me go to YouTube. Deluxe Dom, what up, yo? I ain't seen you in a minute. You know, I've had Get Down on It. I think you're talking about Cool in the Game. Man, y'all be saying songs and don't be saying the artist name. I be like, yo, who's the artist? So I think you mean Get Down on It by Cool in the Game. Get down on it, dun dun dun. And listen, y'all, for those of you who are learning, who are actually like learning guitar, and you're under my tutelage, this stuff is gonna all seem the same after a while. I'm saying songs in under this genre, they gonna all seem the same. So I'm sure if I sat down with Get Down on It for like 2 minutes, I would know it. It's almost like learning a 2-sentence script. If you sit down with it for 5 minutes, you'll know it. And a lot of songs that use a lot of the same notes, in the same genre. Now, when you go to jazz and you go to classical, different situation. Because they're kind of speaking a different language in a way. But if you're in the arena of 70s pop or 70s funk music, you can sit down. I mean, once you learn guitar and you learn kind of like their approach, you can sit down with it for 5 minutes and you will know how to play the song. From that point, it's technique. What technique are you using? Like, I showed you all how to play the notes. But after the notes, after you get that, after that, it's time to actually play it. And if your technique isn't there, you know, see, my technique, it ain't all the way there. That's the part. But he wrote it. This is before I was born. And he probably had it on a different pickup. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hey, I'll take it. In the 90s, James Brown dissed Prince in a song by Full Force. I didn't know that. Yeah, James Brown probably, he was cocky in his own way too. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see Prince as cocky though. That's like Bobby Brown dissing Usher, and Usher was actually like congratulating Bobby Brown because he learned from Bobby Brown, but yet Bobby Brown kind of dissed Usher. That's like you ain't see that he was actually giving you your flowers, Bobby. Come on, bro. Hey, but yeah, Deluxe Dom. I'm sure. Like I have that on my list. I have a list of songs that I'm going through one by one, to actually like cover. So, but yep. But that's where it is, and I mean that's really what I have to share, unless there are more questions. If there are more questions, I'm down with continuing the discussion. I'm more than down to continue the discussion. And like I said this in the beginning, but I actually had a different lesson that I was wanting to share. And I'll just share it maybe on Friday or Saturday. But yeah, man. But Prince, I actually had a couple of friends who played in his band right before he passed. Yeah, it was actually his drummer, and her husband was actually in the band. Hannah, dope drummer. All right, TikTok. I got a question on the YouTube side. Do I know how to play shout, praise, break? Yep. I got to, man. I play for a church. I got to know how to play it because you don't know when that's going to break out. But you're asking the question. I may not get into that this time because, it might throw my viewership off. But I will be sharing that. And for Belly of the Beast, what you mean, what city? What city of what? And for Deluxe Dom. Now, I'm going to say this. Some of y'all be asking these questions. Do y'all even be practicing it? Do y'all go home and practice the stuff that I show you? Oh, what city am I in? I'm in the Atlanta area. I'm in the Atlanta area. People be saying they from Atlanta and they don't live in the city of Atlanta. They like from Alpharetta. Yeah, I live in Atlanta. What part? Alpharetta? That is not Atlanta. That's Atlanta Metro. Oakland. One of my bandmates is actually from Oakland. He's actually a backup drummer for Israel Houghton. But yeah, Deluxe Dom, I do know how to play shout, praise, break. It's a different type of playing. I can tell you that though. Yeah, I can make something. It won't be. I can't tell you how soon it'll be, but I will. I've been getting a lot of like quartet request, shout, break, bumps. Can you show me how to do? It's different. It's a different type. It's a different type of thing. So almost like I'll say this, Deluxe Dom. I'll say this. Man, all the way from Oakland. That's what's up, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll say this, Dom. Just like funk, like, this is just sort of a intro combo on bumps or whatever. Like funk is a whole, like there's a simple element to it and there's a complex element to it, and rhythm. Funk is huge on rhythm. The rhythm has to be right. Of course the notes have to be right, but the rhythm has to be very right. Like even if you're doing like ghost notes, you know what I'm saying? You doing, and you just doing this. you almost could get by. Because if you like all the stuff in between, people can think that you know what you're doing. You know, I'm playing the wrong note. I'm all over here. That was wrong. See, but y'all ain't know I was wrong. But that was wrong. It's over here. But this has to be right. If you like this, that's wrong. You gotta break that up strum. Gotta be, and even that gotta drag a little bit in the right way. And when you play it, and if you want to like spice it up, you can't be shy about that. So what's most important on that part is what's most important on that is if you improvise and kind of embellish, you got to be right. If you're gonna do something, like that part when I say play something open. Technically, that wasn't even correct. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm gonna show you how that sounds when I play it slowly. Those notes do not go at all. That's not entirely a part of the key of the song. But when you checking for that because they know your rhythm right. So anyway, I said that to say for Dom, now of course, you know, you don't abuse that information. You don't take that and like, cause she said we can play whatever we want to play. Listen, it's a feel is what I'm saying. Anthony, thank you for tapping in and dropping the line, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we here, man. Sure, I just appreciate you tapping in for sure. But yeah, just think, feel like so. And I'm using this as an example for shout bumps and stuff like that. Now I ain't the best at it. I know like some cats will run circles around me, but I notice a difference. You know, so you doing something like funk, you know. It will challenge you to have your rhythm right. And I'm gonna go to that bridge part. What's that? Dang, earlier I think I said 11th fret. I meant the 10th fret. My bad. Oops. So all right, just the bridge part. I think it was it. So yeah. Yeah, see that song don't have no real like, you know, you mess around, do something jazzy on that song, they'll be kick you out of the band. I appreciate it, Anthony. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But yeah, Dom, I was just telling you that to just understand that, rhythm, hugely important. And